Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I hope you enjoy this video. Definitely check out some of my other content and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you leave a comment down below and make sure you give this video a thumbs up. So today's video, I am doing acrylic application on Gel X dupes. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I've asked you guys if you wanted to see this. A few of you said yes, so essentially these full coverage tips I did receive off AliExpress. I did feature them in a Gel X dupes video, which I will link in the cards above. And also what I'll do is leave the store I purchased these from in the description box below. These are from AliExpress, but I will leave that store information down below. So I've already pushed back my cuticles, removed the cuticles, and etched the surface of my nails. Did that gently. You just want to kind of like rough up the surface. You don't want to necessarily take off any of your nail plate. And I'm just going in with IBD Dehydrator, and then I'm going to go in with Young Nails Protein Bond. So I've already done most of my nails off camera. If I would have done everything on camera, this video would have been entirely too long. I'm also featuring some gel polish later on in the video as well. So this video already is pretty long. So for the tips, I've already picked out my sizes and I've already etched the inside of the nails and removed all of the dust from the inside of the nails. So I'm just going to go ahead and go in with some acrylic. The acrylic that I'm using is Young Nails Speed Clear, and the monomer that I'm using is Young Nails. I really like the Speed Clear. How do I typically work wet, but the Speed Clear kind of prevents that a little bit. And that might make sense later, but let's just talk about the nail tips for now. So I put the acrylic inside of the nail tip, and then hold that on the nail, and anything that leaks off, I just try and get it off the skin before it fully dries. This is a speed, so it does dry a little bit faster. Okay, so the way that you apply the tips is you apply about a medium-sized bead of acrylic inside the tips. You want to make sure that it is touching the side walls, but the bulk of that acrylic should be in the cuticle area. And then you press it on the nail, place it on the nail about 45-degree angle, and slowly press that down. And as you press it down, it'll start to adhere to the cuticle area, and the rest of the acrylic will go up the nail bed. And whatever spills out on the sides, just get that off before the acrylic dries. So again, this is a speed acrylic, so it does dry a little bit faster than the regular acrylic. Again, just go in at a 45-degree angle and slowly press that down. Make sure you press it down sidewall to sidewall as well. Make sure none of your sidewall is exposed. Whatever excess, just let that spill out, and I'll show you how to clean it up later. It's real simple, but whatever is on your skin, just get that off before it dries. And just press the nail down and make sure there's no air bubbles, and make sure that is fully adhered to your nail plate. So I'm just showing you what is underneath the nail, which is easy to clean up, and just how close I was able to get that to my cuticle area. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my e-file, and I'm going to clean everything up with my e-file. I'm also showing how extremely longer than the regular nails the thumb is, so I'm also going to go ahead and just trim that down a little bit and just shape that up a little bit. So I've already done all that except for on the 3 nails. So now I am going in with this is called a safety bit, a safety cuticle bit. It is from Pana. It is in my Amazon storefront if you're interested. And I'm also using the McCart dust collector, which is in my Amazon storefront, or if you want to go directly to McCart, I also have a discount code as well. So I'm just going around that cuticle area because because I went in with the acrylic, it's not like a smooth transition on my sidewalls and my cuticle area. It's a little bit of a bump. So I want to get that bump off because that will cause lifting. On this hand, this is my my left hand that I'm showing you on camera. My left hand came out a lot better than my right hand did. So my right hand, I had a lot of the application that was messy that I had to remove. So just make sure that anything that didn't adhere, you want to take that off as well because that will cause lifting. And don't worry, because for me, I always reinforce these tips. So whatever didn't adhere, I'm just going to remove that. And when I go in to reinforce the tips with some more acrylic, I will fill in those empty spaces. I ended up going in with this cylinder bit because it gets a little bit closer to the cuticle area than that safety bit did. But that safety bit is good, especially when you're first starting to use your e-file. Also, I'm working at a speed of about 3,000 or 4,000 RPM. So I work really low speed. Now I'm just going to etch the surface of the nails with, this is a medium grit arbor band, or it's also known as a sanding band. So I'm just going to etch the surface of those nails with that. And then I'm going to clean off the nails, get all of the dust off, and I'm going to go in with my acrylic application. Okay, here I am using the Young Nails Speed Clear again, and because I go in with multiple beads, I don't really do the 2-ball method, 3-ball method. I do like 15 beads. You want to just make sure that you're looking at the nail from all angles. I mean, no matter how many beads you go in with, and making sure that you have enough, you have your structure of your nail and you have enough thickness to the nail. Also, if there's any dips in the nail, you just want to fill in that space. And obviously the whole time you want to make sure that you're doing your very best to avoid your cuticle area and your sidewalls, because that will cause lifting. So you guys know that I just do my nails myself. I'm not a nail tech. I just do my nails myself for fun. I don't do anyone else's nails. So take what I say with a grain of salt. This is what works for me. This is what I do on my nails. This is not necessarily a tutorial. This is just how I apply the full coverage tips with acrylic, and how I go ahead after they're applied, add more strength to the nail. So some of these tips you don't have to add more strength to. It's really your preference. For me, because these are long and because these are stiletto shape, they do have a very good C curve to them, but I still like my nails a little bit thicker, and I want to make sure that there's more structure to the nail. And that's completely optional. It's not something that's mandatory. That's just what I like to do. And I do that with all of the brands of full coverage tips. So it's not just exclusive to the ones I got off AliExpress. I do that with the Kiara Skies and the Enel Couture as well. And I also do them with the coffin shape ones as well. The only two shapes that I really do my nails is coffin or stiletto. So both of those shapes, all of the brands, I always go in and add a little bit of strength to that full coverage tip, which is optional. I know a lot of people don't. There's no right or wrong way. It's really just your preference. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and add the acrylic overlay to all of the nails, and then I am going to show you just a little bit of my filing. I only kept one nail in. Again, I didn't want this video to be too long, so I will be filing the nails shortly. Okay guys, so I just go in with my hand file and clean up the shape of the nail, and I just look at it from different angles. I like to look at it upside down too, to make sure that the side walls are the same width. And then I just go in, I'm going in with this 5-in-1 bit I got from Pana. Again, that is in my Amazon storefront. And I'm cleaning up the cuticle area. And this bit I'm using to take off any bulk on the nail. Sometimes I do get a little acrylic happy and my nails do end up a little bit thicker than I want. But I would rather that. I'd rather have too much and have to file it off than not enough, and then once you start filing, you realize your nail's not thick enough and you have to go and add more acrylic. So that's really up to you. I don't mind having to go in and add, I don't mind going in and removing that bulk. So I did my very best to stay in frame, and I know if you guys watch a lot of nail videos, you know that one of the most challenging things is staying in frame when you're doing your filing. So excuse me for coming in and out of frame, but hey, I tried, but I wanted to keep in some of the filing. So after I'm done with the bit, I actually go in with my hand file, smooth off that surface, make sure there's not any like deep grooves from the bit, and then I buff it out. But I don't remember where I got this exact bit from, but this is the bit that I go in and just clean up that extra acrylic. The funny thing about it is, like, that's kind of where your apex starts to end. So in my mind, I'm like, hey, this is extra strength. So I don't remove it all completely, but I just kind of smooth it out a little bit more so it's not some big lump of acrylic underneath my nail. And then this is me just going over the nail, making sure that I don't have any grooves or anything like that from the drill bit that I used. Okay, so I received this gel polish to review, and this is just a little bit of information about it. It's pine scented, it's not harmful to the skin. So this is a UV LED gel polish, and there are 21 colors. It comes with a 10 milliliter top coat, base coat, and then a matte top coat, and then you get 21 colors, which are 5 milliliters each. The top coats and the base coat, they're pretty thin consistency. All of them have the same consistency. They don't have a strong smell to them, and they say it kind of smells like pine, which it kind of does a little bit, but it's very, very faint smell. So I'm just gonna go through all of the colors and just do a swatch. On all of these swatches, I just did one coat, so you can get one coat coverage with these nails, but when I did my nails by habit, I did do 2 coats. So I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch all of these and top coat them and let you guys watch that and look at the colors that come in the kit. Each layer was cured for 60 seconds in my UV LED lamp. Okay, so here are all the colors. I really like the variety in colors in the kit. Um, they do also have, this is more of a springy color kit in my opinion. They do have a kit that's just like this, but more fall colors, like deeper colors. So I will leave the link to this kit down below, and you can just search their store on Amazon. And this kit also obviously is in my Amazon storefront. So I'm just going in now with the base coat, and like I said, these are all pretty thin polishes. Well, the top coat and the base coat, they're pretty thin, and I had no problem applying the polish. I went in on the nail, on my nails with the white, and then that mustard color. Well, maybe mustard goldenrod. I don't know. It's a yellow, deep yellow. And I did have a little bit of wrinkling, but I think that was my fault because on my first coat of gel polish, I always do great. I do a thin layer. I don't get my sidewalls. Like, my first coat is always on point. It's my second coat that I don't know what it is. Like, I just like throw that polish on. And so I did end up with wrinkling on a couple of my polishes, on a couple of my nails. But what I did was I was going in with foil anyway, so that wasn't a big deal to me. But what I will say with any gel polish, like, your layers need to be consistent. Don't be like me. Don't put one thin, even layer and then go in with your second layer that's extremely thick. If you're worried about coverage or something like that, then just go in with 3 thin layers, just 3 even thin layers. So this is me applying the polish. I had no other problem with the polish other than something that I feel was my own mistake, just based on how I generally apply gel polish. And plus, I haven't really been doing gel polish too often on myself. I've been doing more so colored acrylic. So yeah, if you don't do something consistently, like that first time you go back and do it, well, for myself, if I don't do something consistently, like usually the first time I go back and do it, it's kind of a mess. And so that is the one hand that's done. So this is my right hand that I'm doing now, that I'm showing you on camera. I'm just going in with a layer of the star glue, and you guys know I prefer this over transfer foil. However, I did buy another brand to try, and I did get a really good tip from Addicted to Pink Nails. I guess when you pull it out of the lamp, you should wait a little bit, like 5 to 10 seconds before you apply your foil. And so I didn't think about that until after I had already finished my nails to try that new transfer foil gel that I bought. But I'm already doing 2 things in this video, so that would be like a whole nother thing. So look for that in an upcoming video. And so I'm just going in with the foil, very random, there's no system to it. I just wanted purple and gold. And then on the left hand, I did use a different foil, which I'll show you in a second, that had more pink than purple. I don't know why I didn't just grab this purple in the first place. So I went in and removed that gel polish with my e-file in a bit, and then I ended up repainting those nails and then redoing that foil. So yeah, now I'm just going in with the top coat, and like I said, this is a thin top coat, and it's pretty shiny. It's a non-white top coat. So overall, I do like the gel polish, and I do like the top and the base coat. The matte coat I didn't use, but it has pretty much the same consistency, just a little bit thicker than the base and the top, but it's not very thick. And I just went in with my top coat, cured that in my lamp, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So in the next shot, you will see that that pink on that left hand is actually going to be purple. Yep, see, now it's purple. So I'm just gonna go in with some of my cuticle oil, and this is my mango cuticle oil. I need to get myself another bottle because I am almost done with this one. And those are available on my website. I also have cuticle butters and the nail grippers for people that smoke. little clips if you smoke. And then also, if you have long nails and you need to get your debit card out of the gas station or out of the ATM, those are good for that as well. So definitely the link to my website will be down below. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely leave me a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, definitely subscribe to my channel. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I appreciate you spending your time with me. And I will see you guys soon for another video.